What is going on, you guys and girls? My name's imafool, depending on very much where you're from, and today I've got a brand new video for you. Today we are actually playing a brand new game. This is actually just a demo of the new game, but let me just start off by saying this is an absolute joy to play. Well, it's not an absolute joy to play, but it's heading in the right direction to be an absolute joy to play. This is Ride, Milestone's newest game. As you can see, the scenery is like amazing. The details are amazing. I've played several hours on this, I think 7 or 8 hours, and I'm really that booty though, but I'm really enjoying it. So I just wanted to make a quick video on it. So first of all, let me just say that for years I've been saying that I want a motorbike racing game or a motorcycle racing game the same as Forza for years now. Like, if any of you didn't know, I professionally race motorbikes, or I used to professionally race motorbikes. That was like my day job. And the racing that I used to do was road racing. So this game, when it came out, sounded perfect. I was like, yes, I need this in my life. And initially it looks good. The three bikes that you have are the Kawasaki Ninja, the ZX-10R, the Honda Baby Blade, or the CBR 600RR, and the Triumph Street Triple. Now, I've spent a little time on all these bikes. The one biggest issue that I have with the game at the moment is the fact that it doesn't save your progress. Like, you record it, no, you don't record it, sorry, you play the game, you close the game, like, I don't know, say you're done for the night, you go to bed, you wake up in the morning, and then it's all your progress is gone. It's just not there in the morning when you wake up, which is kind of annoying, but I guess even as it's only a demo, that makes sense. Now, I have actually ridden all these bikes in real life. The Honda, well, I used to ride the Honda Fireblade and the 600 in Super Sports and Super Bikes. So I know, not Super Bikes, Super Sport and Super Stock. Sorry. The 600 was the Super Stock and the 1000 was the Super Sports. So what I'm really hoping is that they actually bring the Honda Fireblade, the 1000cc version of this, into the game. And I've not actually seen a full list of the bikes that are in the game, but this game looks like it has some potential from first glances. Now, there are a few issues. Let me just jump into this bike. Wait a second. I clicked the wrong button. I'm using a controller as well. I'm using my Xbox controller on this, so the keys that show up on the screen aren't the same as the keys on the bike. Let me just jump into the showroom real quick. I think I did that. Yeah, there you go. There's the showroom. So it looks good. I'm just gonna say it looks good. The details. I'm running this at 1280 by 720 at the moment. The details look really good on it. My main issue at the moment is the lack of customization. Like, there is a huge amount of customization, don't get me wrong. Like, and there is a lack of parts, but I can see why they only threw in like 2 ECUs or a few air filters. It makes sense because it's just the demo. Like, you have to remember it's just the demo. But there are a few things that I would really like. Like, this I don't understand. These two exhausts, they give you the exact same. They look exactly the same. They give you the same performance boost, and yet they threw them in. One is 100 credits more expensive than the other. That makes no sense. You didn't need to do that. They could have just thrown in a different exhaust. It would have made it look fine. High quality oil. That's this really annoyed me. Like, if you're going to be racing your bike, you use high quality oil. That's like the first thing that you change in any bike. That and the tires, that's just a given. You don't use standard oil for racing. So that seems like a really stupid thing to add in. The transmission, the gearbox, I can understand just having one upgraded thing because it's the demo, that makes sense. Oh. It is a little bit janky when you're backing out of these menus. Sometimes it like backs you all the way out. Quick shifters, yeah, that's a given. Obviously, they're just standard. Chains, yeah, there's a load of different chains in here. I don't think you needed this many different chains for just one bike. I think if you'd just given 3 of each choice, that would have been fine. The suspension, brake pads. I like the brake pads. It's like the sport kit and the race kit. That's nice. There's brake calipers as well. You get the different kits, kit 1 and kit 2. This is a real annoyance to me. So let me just fly across to the red, just so you can see easier. You can see at the front of the bike. If I just zoom in, if you see the Nissan brake caliper on the front, you can see the red hoses coming out of the Nissan brake caliper up to the top where the levers are. Let me just zoom up here. You can see that those red hoses going to the levers. Well, if you go to the back here, you can see the brake caliper, right? On the disc brake, the grey part. I'm just trying to speak not motorcycle term for anyone that doesn't understand motorcycle term. Like on the disc brake, there's the brake caliper, and then from the brake caliper, there's that grey hose that's going to the foot brake. Well, that grey hose should be red. That really bugs me. That's like, if you're gonna change out one brake, like if you're gonna change out your brake hoses, you change out a set of brake hoses. This is nice. I don't like any other color in suspension other than the gold or the black. Like for this bike, the black looks. I'm not too keen on the black, but the gold on this bike looks good. That's how I think it should look. Customization. This is nice that you can take off the number plates and rear indicators. The front you can take off the the mirrors. Sorry. What I don't like is the levers. This is another thing. You can only have long levers. There's no option of short or vented levers or drilled levers, if you will. If you're racing, you will usually have short and drilled levers. The grips, there's a huge bunch of grips. Those are like different styles of grips. It makes sense. The paint jobs, yeah, that's cool. The 3 different stock colors of the bike. The one thing I don't like though is the fact that there's no body customization. This is supposed to be a motorcycle racing simulator, right? What I want is be able to take the front lights off, put a plastic nose cone on, or front, whatever you want to call it, front fender, whatever. Cover up the pillion seat. That you wouldn't be racing this bike with a pillion seat. Or the second, I'm pointing at the screen. I don't know why I don't have my face cam on, but pointing at the rear, the seat, it goes to the rear where there's an extra set of foot pegs, which the foot pegs shouldn't be there. If you're racing a bike, you wouldn't have the second set of foot pegs on it. Also, what I would really like to see from this game is some engine casing upgrades. So those are just the standard upgrades, standard engine casings. Sorry, if you're going to race a bike, you got to put carbon engine casing on. You're going to change engine casing so it's lighter. That's obviously a given. I don't know if that's going to be coming in the full release. Sorry, not the new version. You get the race tires, race tech slicks. They probably wouldn't be the tires that you'd use on a road racing bike, but I like the fact that they've put the option to use road tires or track tires in there. Lots of different wheels. These are nice. I like that. But yeah, that's about it for everything that. Oops, I clicked out of it. That's a that was an issue. So this bike is actually the easiest bike to ride in the game. The Kawasaki is. I'll just upgrade this as I'm chatting. So the Kawasaki is 1000cc, so it's going to be a lot heavier in the corners. It's going to be harder changing directions. It's going to be a lot earlier braking compared to this bike and the Baby Blade. Sorry, the CBR 600. And that's understandable, but this bike, the AI that come with this bike is... Well, you'll see in a minute. So once I've upgraded this, I will jump in a race. And did I? No, I didn't upgrade this. We will see shortly that. Did I have any? Yeah, I'll upgrade my brake hoses to the red one because that. I didn't have enough for any suspension. I have 100 credits left. What can I buy for 100 credits? No brake calipers, obviously. Brake pads? Nope. What can I buy? Nothing, so I'm just going to leave 100 credits, so I'm going to back out. I'm going to change the circuit. I do like that they've given you the option to have 2 circuits. There's the full circuit or the club circuit. The club circuit is a lot shorter. It's shorter by... hold on one second. It's shorter by like 2,000 meters, so it's a very short track. Race options, could go into the race options. AI difficulty, realistic. Hold on a second. Hard, we'll go for hard. I'm not sure about realistic. Turn the auto brakes off. Anti-wheelie to medium. Tuck in, ideal trajectory. Do that for corners like everyone else does. Might as well. Put that on low. And you on... well, put them on off. We'll go for that. Change the rider gear a second. Hit X. I'm sorry, I'm still not used to the controls. It's a little bit iffy. So these, this is the kit that I usually use. The Shoei helmet, the Revit. I can't speak. Yeah, the Revit leather. Sorry, this is like that's for the Honda. That's for the Kawasaki, and I'd usually use this for the Triumph. The words were just eluding me for a second there. But anyway, this is, yeah. That is what I'm going to do right there, so I'm going to get in the game. So I like this part here, the loading screen. It shows you the bike, it shows you the original bike. It gives you a little information on the left-hand side if you just click across with the stick or the mouse or whatever you're doing. Any second now when it loads up. Come on. Come on. It does take quite a while to load, which is kind of an issue. Okay, that. So it shows you your bike. You can slide around. You can go around it and have a wee ganders at it, and get annoyed at the little details that they've missed out on. And I was actually going to use the Honda Fireblade or the Kawasaki to show you a really big issue, but I'll show you that after this race. So go into bike settings, gears, flick that up to... yeah, I'll flick that up to 4, suspension, I'll flick that up to 4. So as you can see later, when you upgrade to the better suspension, you get more upgrade options, the same as the gears. When you upgrade the gearbox, you can upgrade further, which is a lot nicer. I'm just going to do that for now. Let me just check the race options. Yeah, the bots are on hard, everything is cool. Okay, so just jump into the race. So the levers are a bit janky on the hands. That's... let me just go into my view. The starting is janky. I've tried, I don't know how many times to get the starts right, but I can't. Okay, so these bots are supposed to be hard, and, well, they're not really hard bots. So I took that line a bit wide. Like, as you can see, the scenery is pretty amazing. I've got it on a high texture pack, and everything is gravy with it. It's, yeah, the details look amazing. Yeah, it's got the signs out as it would at regular race, advertising the race's sponsors and whatnot. Another thing that I have an issue with is that the bots don't actually pay attention to the braking like you have to. Like, the bots for some reason can brake a lot later than the actual players. Oops. And there's another issue right there, the impact physics. They don't actually work. Like, I couldn't hit... there's no way... see this bot? He's like let off the brakes a lot earlier than I could have. But the impact physics, like if I clip a wall doing 170, I'm not going to be able to just brush it off and keep going. Like, that's not a thing that can happen. A little bit late on the brakes there. Being chased by, it looked like a Kawasaki and another Triumph. Okay. Like, a lot of people were saying they're having issues cutting back in, and that is a thing. I am feeling that. Even though I took that line really wide, I should still be able to cut the bike back in. But I can't for some reason. Oh. little bit offline there. I was looking at my other monitor there. Sorry about that, guys. But it is only 3 laps this race, just to show you like the textures of this this race, how it works. So I might be able to catch these guys on the last lap. Oh, a little bit wide there. Come on, you can do it. So this bike is a lot better suited for this this track. I feel the Kawasaki does a lot more work on the other track. The other track is suited for the Superbike and the Super Sport Honda. I will actually be showing you those bikes in a second here after I finish this race. But yeah, like I've said, there are like some serious bugs with this game that I've found, but nothing too major. Oh. And this is the one thing you need to remember is on the line there. Like, I'm disappointed with 3rd. What's that about? 1, 2, and 3 should be celebrating. Everyone after 1, 2, 3 should be not.
You've just earned your first credits. Spend credits on your bike.
I don't know who this guy is chatting, but that's that. We'll skip out of there real quick. Okay, so that's that done. I kind of showed you that. Let me just change the bike real quick. We'll go and use the Kawasaki. Let me just upgrade it a little bit. Well, not upgrade it, but excuse me. Let me just go ahead and take these off. I hate riding a bike, like racing a bike with those on. It just looks disgusting. I'm sorry, but if this is a racing bike simulator, I understand this is a road racing simulator, but no bike would race with them on. Or headlights for that matter. You just wouldn't do it. Oops. I forgot to change the tires, but we'll just stick with that for now. I'm on the wrong track, but we will have to lower the bots down maybe. No, actually I'm going to leave the bots where they are, just so y'all can see the difference. Like you could see with the Triumph Triple, was it yeah, the Street Triple, that I came in 3rd on the hard difficulty. In the Kawasaki I usually come about 6th in the hard difficulty. I found though that the more you upgrade the bikes, the easier the bots get, which kind of sounds right. Like if you, how to say this? It sounds like it should be like that, but it shouldn't be. Like the bots should progress with you. Oh, oops. That was a better start than normal. We do actually have a different class of bike. That's a Bimoto right there, the DB8. It's a Ducati Bimoto. It's got the Ducati engine in it. It is very nice. I do have one of those. As some of you may or may not know, I collect Italian bikes. Who's Wilson? That's another thing. Some of these people on the track wouldn't be here. Like, I know for a fact that a lot of these people wouldn't contractually be allowed to race this. I like that little bit there. You can do a little bit of a jump. Oh, too wide. But no, let me just find someone here. See, like Turner there, he shouldn't have been coming in that hot on the Ducati, the Bimoto, sorry, not the Ducati. This Kawasaki also, when you have wheelie control or auto wheelie off, it does like to kick the front end up, which is an issue, to say the least. Like on random parts, the front end will just fly up on your bike. Like, it's... Oh, someone's off. Bye. I'll take that position. Thank you. Moving on. But yeah, there is an issue also with looking backwards. Like I was saying, if you look backwards as you're crossing the line on the last lap, the game does crash. So just in case you're playing... Oh, that's a barrier! That is an issue, just remember to do that. Like, just remember not to do that, sorry. Also looking back during the race, there is a bit of a... See, this guy shouldn't be coming in that hot. There is a bit of a delay also. Or a buffer between looking backwards. Oh, that was the back end kicking out a little bit there. But yeah, sorry, coming through. Oh, I don't usually break through here, I just coast normally. Like here, oh. See that then when I clipped the barrier and those then, I would have been off. I would have been on the floor splatted with multiple broken bones. Back on the gas. Oi! That's another thing I hate. The bots come in like really hard and they do rear end you something awful. Like there are times where I have been taken off by the bots. Oop. Oh, sorry dude! That's another thing with the physics, like if I had clipped him like that, his rear wheel would have stopped my front wheel and my bike would have flipped over the front ways. So that's another issue, I guess, because sorry, my recording is messing up right now. I don't know what is happening. And I've just lost to 8th. So like I said, I do usually come in bad positions when the bots are on hard mode with this bike. So as I was saying, it is kind of unfair with the different bikes. But yeah guys, I've shown you 2 out of 3 bikes. The Honda CBR is my favorite bike, but I just don't have time in this recording, unfortunately. So just to recap, this game has a lot of potential, like I mean a lot of potential to be a real contender to Forza, but in the motorcycling world. But the only issue with it is the lack of customization. Like this company's main, look at the detail there, that is an amazing view. But the only issues with it that I have is that the company is saying that they spent so long, like they spent, I think it was like 2 years or something studying these bikes to get the details right. And yet they still get stupid details, like they get little details wrong, which these little details make the bike. And where your hand goes on the bike, with your hand going through the brake lever and the clutch lever, please, just please fix that. That's like a major issue for me. But anyway guys, this has been imafool, depending on how much we know from. And as always guys, if you liked the video, please leave a like, favorite, comment, subscribe. If you feel like, please share it with your friends, share it with your neighbors, share it even with your family if you did enjoy it. And thank you guys, and I'll see you next week.